If you are of a certain age, with certain interests, then you'll know that much has been made of the trials undertaken to organize a game of Dungeons and Dragons amongst adults. In actuality, it is a comparatively easy feat, providing, of course, you're comparing it to the right things. A traditional Magic the Gathering booster draft, for example, asks a similar time commitment, and while it requires nothing in the way of character creation or DM prep, it does require the nearly impossible: 8 people. What follows is a completely true story, at least as it was told to me.
Dearest friend, you are cordially invited to an evening of Richard Garfield's Magic the Gathering, a Deckmaster game, featuring primarily an 8-player booster draft of an expansion set yet to be determined. Respectfully, Graham Stark. Cameron,
Why did you send me this?
to invite you to draft night.
It's typewritten.
Accurate.
On that typewriter.
Good eye.
When?
I wrote it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
When?
This morning.
I've been sitting here since before you arrived.
Good morning, Cameron.
Morning.
Yes, I know. I said good morning.
Why didn't you also say, "Hey Cameron, would you like to come to draft night?" instead of retaining a courier to hand deliver a note 20 meters?
I thought you of all people would appreciate the personal touch.
He heavily implied I should have tipped him.
Man, Nelson's really got this gig work thing figured out.
Who will be there?
Well, there's you.
I didn't say that. I said, who will be there?
I don't know yet. Would you like to look at the RSVPs with me?
No.
Great. Come on.
Dearest Graham, thank you for inviting me to cross the threshold of your home.
To partake in an evening of Garfield's finest gaming.
I shall send ahead for a double order of pretzels.
And I appreciate the hand-delivered invitation.
Although I question the cost of the endeavor.
I heartily accept.
And will be there.
At the designated time.
Or thereabouts.
P.S. Can I pick the music? Your wife, Kathleen.
Sincerely, Adam.
Yours in magic, Missy Peters.
Your bud, Ben.
Is what I would say if I was able to attend, which, of course, I am not, as I have a previous commitment of the utmost importance.
You're inviting Wheeler.
Adam says he's cool.
I only count 7.
Oh, I've heard you count to much higher numbers.
You can hear me when I count?
I have heard you use higher numbers than 7.
Only 7 people have replied in the affirmative. That's not enough to draft.
Oh, don't worry about that. We just need to break the glass.
You're invoking the 8th.
Of course.
For a random draft.
Well, why else is this here?
We don't even know who installed it.
I assumed Serge did it himself.
With what free time?
Some people work their whole lives to find their purpose in this world. For others, it is out of their hands, thrust upon them like a winter coat or weighted blanket. For Serge, it is his destiny, his calling, that wherever there are 7 players who need a draft to fire, he will be there. Nowhere will packs be left uncracked. No one shall be denied agonizing over their first pick. And every queue of 7 will fire in a timely fashion. Such is the creed of the 8th.
Hi.
Finally. Once Wheeler gets here, we'll be ready to draft.
Bad news. He just phoned and said he's unable to attend.
Why?
He said it was personal.
Which person?
Wheeler.
He's unable to attend?
Yes, it's personal.
What did I do?
Did he say why?
No, only that it was personal.
Wheeler's person.
Yes.
Damn.
Draft with 7?
No. It leaves behind an unusual number of packs, it invalidates Surge's whole persona, and it means someone has to sit out every round.
It's called getting a bye.
I don't want anyone to simply get by. We're all here. We should all play.
I know you just bought this booster box, but we could play Commander.
We still have 7 people, but 4 and 3 would work.
We don't need to do that. You can play Commander with 7 people. It's been a while since we had a really big game anyhow.
Then it's settled. 7-player Commander free-for-all. I have partner commanders, and my deck is called The Assassination of Bruce Tarl by the Coward Thrasios.
I've got Ilharg, and my deck is called The Notorious PIG.
I have a Bonnie Paul deck with accompanying playlist, and they're both called Pass Me the Ox.
Kenba is commanding an equipment deck I like to call Cobblade.
My commander is Bill the Pony. It's called Every Pony Walks into Mordor.
I have a Karn Silver Golem deck. I call it Return to the 36 Mana Rocks.
I don't have a deck here. Does anyone have one I can borrow?
No, sorry.
Not with me.
That's what I'm using.
I'm already borrowing Ben's.
I always carry 2 on me.
That sounds very cumbersome.
It is.
How's that supposed to make me feel?
Then there's only one answer. You'll have to use the Loner.
Can't use the Loner? It's cursed!
It's not cursed.
I heard it was cursed.
It's absolutely cursed.
It's just a bad deck. It's not cursed.
The Loner is cursed. In its years of existence, nobody is certain how many years. It has won 0 games of Commander, but it's worse than that. Perhaps you never draw a 4th land, but draw all of your expensive spells. Or maybe your symmetrical effects hurt you more than your opponents. Whatever the case, the Loner seems intent on losing. The deck list has been scrutinized repeatedly, and yet every tutor somehow fails to find. Any token added to the box becomes a 2/3 nightmare token. The deck has no way to create that token. It is not enough to merely say that the deck has never won a game. It has never even felt like a deck capable of competitive Magic. Anyone who pilots the Loner will lose, and it will hurt the entire time they are losing.
I have decided that I don't want to use the Loner. One of you take it.
Ew, no, the foils are pringled.
That's not a unique problem.
All the non-foils are prinkled too.
Very well, then I propose we determine who plays the Loner through...
Draw?
You didn't tap Llanowar Elves in your upkeep.
Excellent. Let's begin.
Wait! Where's Cameron?
The loner ate him.
No!
He's running away!
After him.
This calls for a fourth montage.
Wait! We don't need him. We can play commander with 6.
Point of order. Forget Commander. We could 6-person draft.
I'll allow it.
And that's exactly what they did. A respectable 6-player draft that went off as well as it always does.
How late is too late to pivot?
Surge. We're deck building.
After all that, you might think the evening was a failure, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Not only did a draft actually occur, but only one adult ran away in abject terror. A successful night of Magic the Gathering.
Why do we keep the loner built? Surely it would be better to disassemble it and rid ourselves of its demonic thrall.
It's impossible. I tried. And look, I can't be held responsible if people take it out of containment and it causes unusual side effects.
Unusual side effects?
How long have you been wearing a turtleneck?
It's good though, right?
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Morning. What you up to, Alex?
I need to stencil the lettering on this prop. And I've decided that the way to do that is I have lightly adhered a printout of the text, and I'm very carefully cutting the letters out.
I'm noticing you're etching out case. Is that uppercase or lowercase?
This is uppercase.
Oh, right, because it's on the upper line.
What?
Oh, hello. Cinematographer, what are you cinematographing?
Well, what I've just done is attached this extra lens to the front of our existing lens. You may be able to tell if you look right at it that there's something unusual about the glass in this lens, which is that normally lenses are made from spherical glass, so they're round or rounded. This one is made from cylindrical glass, so it's curved like this, straight up and down, but curved in this direction, because this is an anamorphic adapter for a normal Canon lens. Specifically, it is a 1.33 widescreen, and we are using that for this episode because we like to be fancy, and because it'll better visually differentiate even scenes that we're shooting here at the office. It'll better differentiate the visual language of the Moonbase between this episode and our normal episodes. So, if you look at it on the camera right now, it's all squeezy, and then it needs to be stretched in post. But I believe Jason's monitor has a way to view it unsqueezed, is the technical term.
Graham, you look even taller. Your aspect ratio is off.
Oh no, my aspect ratio. So some of what we're filming this week is like little scenes and pickups that we missed for the other episodes.
Yeah.
But a bulk of it is an episode inspired by Wes Anderson. And so there's a lot of like that kind of thing. And so that this was like a montage cutaway to like Surge on these very like theater looking sets on, very much purposefully looking like that. So that's what we were doing in here all day yesterday because there's no audio for those scenes. So we were just like, let's just film these now and then we don't have to
That's awesome.
do them during the week. Yeah, they looked great. Oh damn, dude, that's looking awesome.
Cam, you look amazing.
And
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh my god, yes. We're shooting at ultra widescreen. Ooh. To like greater, and at 24p, to greater differentiate it between like the normal stuff we film in the boot base. We're definitely going to play around in this with a lot of luxurious pauses.
Okay.
So this flashback we want to cut, and you're just sitting there, and it just holds there for like several seconds. And then I'm like, good morning, Cameron. And like, vroom, at the end of the shot.
Right.
Because there's like a lot of scenes where like a scene will cut and it'll just sit on the shot for several seconds before anyone starts talking. And it's sort of like, oh yeah, this is odd. It's an odd thing that he does.
Yeah,
but it works.
the contrivance of film.
We were talking about experimenting with pauses.
Yeah.
Look at the RCPs.
No.
Great.
Oh, that's, yeah. You know what, let's try that.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
And action.
I don't know yet. Would you like to look at the RSVPs with me?
No.
Great. Come on.
I like that one with the pause. It helps pop that.
Cool. Yeah. All right, cut.
I had a hard time not laughing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this would need some cleanup, but it should be hopefully all right.
Even.
All right, Cameron. This is a perfect camera. All right, Cameron.
Yeah.
Graham.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, that looks great.
So, you're shooting with this today?
Yeah.
I have more good news for you, because I brought the tiniest little hammer.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, make sure you look like a normal human being, Cameron.
I cannot.
This is great. So just, good morning, Cameron.
No.
Good morning, Cameron.
Morning.
I don't know that we're going to use all 25 seconds or whatever, but...
No, you should.
Yeah, that's really funny.
I think that works.
Okay, great.
This is a rare day where Graham needs an apple box.
We gotta be tall.
If I may suggest.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, so.
Right.
LA, Chicago, New York. The way they were before is LA. Turning it like that is Chicago. Turning all the way up to
skyscraper.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Wide and flat. Yeah. Okay.
That makes me nervous.
I admit, this also makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that for Graham. No, I don't love that for
I
Graham.
don't love it for
Yeah,
Carter.
that's not.
Yeah.
Damn.
That one works well.
I should get another one.
Have we found a practical solution, Graham?
Have we finally found a use for a stepladder? What if it's like here? And it's just like this. Like
Oh,
this.
that's so much better for you, Graham.
This is the right height. Action.
You're invoking the ape
Of course.
for a random draft.
Well, why else is this here?
Unknown. Poorly understood. You never gave me the grant.
We've had this bugle, this copper vuvuzela, I don't know what, the horn, for years. I've had it for years. My parents found it somewhere. I don't know. It has been within my possession for decades at this point. And we were trying to find an item to use to be the instrument to summon Surge. And we have this like sort of comedy medieval curly horn, but couldn't find a shadow box off the shelf that would fit it. But this was intended as a shadow box for displaying baseball bats, which Alex has modified, obviously by painting it red, but also modified the mounting brackets inside to hold the bugle thing horn itself, which he also polished for the first time in its known existence, and it looks amazing. And this is a great thing.
Thank you.
This is so good. I like LA, Chicago, New York. That's a new thing I've learned.
I don't use it all the time, but it's fun to.
It's good.
It's really great for us Canadians who totally understand the geography of those three cities.
Calgary,
No, you're
Montreal,
Thinking about
Vancouver,
how long that is.
Toronto.
Does it make sense to try and
Yeah,
build
that works.
They all do what to Toronto?
action.
Well, why else is this here?
We don't even know who installed this.
I assumed Serge did it himself.
With what free time?
Can we get a sound from the horn itself?
Yes, one sec.
Activate
Just
your
off the trombone.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, it'll go.
There it goes.
There we go.
Hey.
There's an embouchure
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can use it somewhere.
Do that, but pitch it down so it's just like crap.
Maybe just grab.
Yeah.
See.
Oh. Perfect.
Of course, yeah, you can crush it.
French horn.
So
Do we want to go from cool lighting to daylight as you toot the horn as if the clouds are breaking?
What about sort of pointing at him with the horn?
I will defend myself.
and action.
Cool.
Great.
That one looked really good.
Honestly, going really blue works. I like it.
Great. Okay.
Great,
We
I
got,
did it on purpose.
we got that shot.